people? Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, shit. Ah. Just seems dark in here and all the lights are on. Turning on those 3 little lights in the corner does not do a lot, but there you go. It's a natural sunlight. I'm making some breakfast and I'm going to talk about my EP I'm going to be releasing in June. It was going to be a 5-song EP, but you know what? I think it's actually going to be 6 songs. And 5 of the 6 songs are pretty much completed. I have to redo some vocals on We Got Along, but Not For Long. I have to redo. My vocals were shot when I did that. I mean, I am releasing We Got Along, but Not For Long. I'm going to be releasing a single this month. But I mean, the vocals are, it's very punk rock sounding. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. I mean, I think it sounds good, but it's definitely not super produced sounding. It's very raw sounding. It's very live sounding. I like it though. I think it sounds good, and I'm gonna release that this month. So, yeah, 5 of the 6 songs are, for the most part, completed. I have one more to record that I haven't not even started yet. Dude, what's up with the... I swear, sometimes I feel like I'm shadow banned because I'm a truther. It's like, fuck you, Meta and YouTube. They want people that are just kind of, you know, people that don't think outside the box. I mean, I don't even need to be a truther anymore because everything is pretty much, a lot of it is being revealed. I mean, there's some things that people just are not hip on. But, I mean, the symbolism is out there for sure. That's kind of, you know, too much of being a conspiracy theorist is sort of like a language, like the language of the court. Not everything. I mean, some stuff is like a coincidence or something, you know, by chance. Not everything is orchestrated, meaning it, but it could be orchestrated subconsciously like spiritually, meaning, you know, example music. A lot of times you'll have musicians and they sort of will have the same vibe and kind of say the same kind of words globally, people that don't even know each other. And I think that is kind of like a spiritual consciousness of, you know, worldliness. So not necessarily a good spiritual consciousness, but, you know, like my godfather says, the dark light. You know, I call it the hype or the virus. You know, when someone is selling something and there's a certain hype to it, you just everybody has that sort of discernment. You know, like, oh, this is, you know, bullshit. But yeah, there's just words, you know, words come in style. You know, you'll hear same, you know, influencers, people that blog, all of a sudden people are talking about the same topics, using the same words. It's almost like we're all trying to reach something, but nobody knows what they're reaching for. Let's see, instant coffee. My coffee pod thing broke. All I'm saying, just because something is scientifically verified phenomenon, doesn't necessarily mean it is not classified under, you know, theory still. I mean, to me, saying something is a scientifically verified phenomenon still, to me, sounds like a theory. I mean, if we could only experience it through devices and math and terminology, that's the only way you could experience it, then it's still technically theory. Because math is like poetry. I mean, it bends. I'm trying like so fucking hard to be polite and to kind of go along with the program without just going the fuck off. Okay. So, making some breakfast. I mean, we just went to the moon. Artemis ship went to the moon. And the pictures are amazing. Right now that the algorithms are like, okay, give them viewers now. Now. The pictures are amazing, and to play the devil's advocate, which I like to do, there's a lot of, you know, places in the world, and it looks, you know, really fake. Like there's this island off the coast of, I forget which African country, but it has all these dragon blood trees and these. I mean, the place looks fake. The place looks like it's AI. 1,000%. The rock formations, the rivers are like neon light blue. It looks fake. It looks fake, and it's not. It's a real island. So you can't really say something is fake because it looks fake. And one of the big things, people say when they see Artemis ship hovering or flying over the moon is, oh, why isn't the Earth spinning? I thought it was going to be spinning at a ridiculous speed. That's because of tidal locking, which is a scientifically verified phenomenon. I looked it up. Meaning the rotation of the Earth and the rotation of the Earth and the orbit of the moon and Earth, something about the gravitational torque has sort of locked them into facing each other. The moon locked in first, then the Earth locked in. And so they are still orbiting and rotating, but for some, reason they're locked in facing each other. So, okay, I read that and I'm like, it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh, actually, when I read it, because it's it's like when your girlfriend tries to explain she's not cheating on you, and she's out, drinking with a bunch of dudes and doing cocaine all night and looks like a fucking slut, and for some reason you kind of believe her that she's not cheating on you. It's one of those moments. Okay, I'm doing 5 things at once. I'm trying to explain tidal lock and make breakfast and coffee at the same time and talk about my EP. Welcome to ADHD. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I forget how long I heated up this coffee. This is done. We have some sauteed, caramelized eggs. And we need some salt and pepper. I remember I thought my ex-girlfriend in Portland was cheating on me. She's all, not like you. It's like, fuck you. Okay, so I've been doing celery salt lately. Celery salt is supposed to have less sodium, and then I think just pepper. Okay. I should have married Desiree. That was so long ago, and I know it's totally out of the. But that's a different girl from Portland. Okay. But I would not now though, because she had kids. Like I ain't playing fucking daddy. There's a lot of fucked up, kind of truths where people want it not to be like that, but it is, and that's one of the things where, guys, a lot of times get married in their early 20s, and then in their late 30s they divorce and remarry. It happens a lot. I'm not saying they remarry like some fucking waitress that's 22, and the reason is because people used to only live till they were, 55 or 60. So, you marry when you're 19, and then you live for 20 years and you have some kids. Now people are fucking living till they're, 90 years old, 95 years old, and you get married when you're 20 years old, and you're supposed to fucking live with someone for 60 years. It seems much. Like, I fucking love you, but I've been living with you for, 30 fucking years. And every single day I look forward to you leaving the house. For 3 or 4 days. Celery salt. I mean, celery salt is not as good as, I think, regular salt. But it's good. It's still pretty good. So with instant coffee, you don't want to heat up the water too much because something called superheating. Now everything I say sounds like some kind of NASA explanation, and I'm dropping food out of my mouth. Superheating. You don't want to heat your water up too much because there's something called superheating, and it will explode. Is my fucking... Am I sagging? Pull my pants up. Sorry. Sorry if I exposed myself. A little coffee. So, yeah, my EP is coming along, really, actually. This EP is really, really coming along. So here we have my breakfast. This is it. This is the dream, right? Breakfast and coffee and NASA. It's American dream. Breakfast, coffee, and trying to understand what the fuck is going on. Okay, I need milk. And out of milk. I need creamer. Ran out of creamer the other day, but milk is a suitable substitute. So yeah, title locking. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty good. Yeah, Maxwell. Truman Show moment. Maxwell. Smooth and rich from the first sip to the last. They got a Facebook account. I know businesses are supposed to have social media accounts, but it seems weird when small businesses have social media accounts because nobody that works at that business will, follow. If you work at a small business, you're not going to like follow and comment at this place you work, right? It seems weird. Okay, where's my slippers? It's like, man, I don't know. Okay. Damn, that's good. So I'm gonna be like a British person and eat while I'm standing up and drink beer while I'm standing up. That's so good. The sauteed red onions, pepper, salt, avocado, eggs, and a little cheese. Very simple breakfast. Very good. If I had like an English muffin with some butter and a little cinnamon would be a great way to fill up this breakfast to add a little more impact. Stay full longer. You know, even if all the speculative science is theory, it's almost similar to, you feel like you could gather something from it. Sort of like stories from the Bible. I mean, a lot of that probably, we don't know if any of that happened, but we could learn, lessons. It broadens our perspective on life. Same with like title locking. It reminds me of like it reminds me of excuse me. When I was at the monastery, and I was taking a walk with the abbot, who was the abbot at the time, who was a student of Father Seraphim Rose, who's a pretty renowned author in the Eastern Orthodox community, and is responsible for the start of many conversions to the church. He said, in America, people want to find their other half. And how that's sort of, not good advice. He said, you want to, become a complete person and then find another complete person. Someone that could make breakfast for themselves. Yeah, no, really though, you want to find a complete person and you find another complete person, and then you title lock. Then you battle it out for the rest of your life in a title lock. Until and forever. Just like The moon tidal locked. The moon tidal locked first. The gravitational torque initiated a tidal lock towards Earth first, and then Earth. They say billions of years after, but how the fuck do you know that? Are you sure it was 500 billion years? Are you sure it wasn't 150 billion? So the numbers games, you want to be careful with the number game. The number game is easy to manipulate, people. Fake followers, digital currency. I will say there's a sort of... I've been going live for 27 minutes. I don't want to stop fucking streaming. I'm not done yet. Not done talking yet. There's a level of hype with the science world, and you just know it's full of shit. Who's that girl on Instagram, Space Gal or something? It's like, come on. It's a pitch. The world is a stage. It's a pitch. And you have people, jeez, Ginger. She's so cute. She's so cute this morning. I just sat on the couch and I went like this. And I was laying the other way on the couch. I just kind of laid back and I was just like this. And she jumped up on me and she went, she put her paws on my arm. She's all, just looking deeply into my eyes, all curious and sweet, humble, playful. And she's just cute because usually I pet her, you know. Usually I'm not like this, you know. Usually I'll pet her when she jumps up on me, but I didn't. I was just like this, and she was like, "You're so funny, and you're." Hit that. She's so cute. Did you see that? Did you see her sit up? She looks like a portrait. You're so cute. Yeah, babies. You know, before social platforms, there probably was a lot of people that didn't believe in any of the scientific and space exploration. But you didn't know that because you were a kid. So all you knew was a group conscious at your public school system. That was as far as you could go. You knew that you were in this classroom, you were in space class, you had to learn the stuff, take the test. You saw the images. The only adult around was telling you that, I mean, it's kind of like indoctrination. And then parents, they're not going to sit down and talk to you about this shit. They're just like, busy doing their life. So, but now it's different because now we have social platforms and everybody has their 2 cents. Uh, and you have such a broader, what do they call that in class when everybody gives their opinion on whatever topic? You're hearing from, thousands of other people versus just, one adult. Um, I mean, Google responses are obviously programmed by humans. So it's not like it's some sort of advanced entity that knows everything that's giving you the answers. It's still just, AI response is just Google response. You're such a lush, Ginger. Look at you. Mommy must have given you a bath because you look extra fluffy. Mommy gave you a bath. You're extra fluffy. I'm to the point where, yeah, I understand, speculative science and operative art. I get it. Okay, you want to be a fan of speculative science. You want to believe in speculative science. You want to just be a critic. I'm at the point where I don't even fucking care. I'm just so sick of the processed sugar in food. I think we need to start there. The processed sugar, the war dramas in the Middle East, Islamic states, executing like teenagers for protesting, just shit like that. I think is more pressing. And corporations, taxes, 15-minute cities, electric vehicles, fake wars, spike up the gas. It's a scam. It's as soon as I saw the gas prices was a few more dollars a gallon, I'm like, okay, rich corporations, rich elites, politicians, it's a power grab, and it's a cash grab, and they're just, they're already taking, millions and millions of dollars from people, and they know that they could take millions and millions and millions more by just having news stations back their stories and blowing up a couple fucking buildings and saying like, oh, like 10 fucking soldiers were injured in this explosion. And everybody just goes along with the program and pays the extra money. And they've done this almost every 10 years consistently since the 60s, where gas prices spike. It's almost like a curriculum, and they always sidetrack you with something else. So it's fake Middle East war, Arabic dramas, Abrahamic, biblical fucking drama wars. They have all the Protestants back it up with their ranting at the pulpit. And then all of a sudden, there's a fake shooting. Or then they throw a shooting at you. And then everyone's like, oh, the shooting. They forget about, how they just paid an extra $100 a week gas for 2 months. Because now there's this. And then they throw something else at you. And then somebody dies. And then it's just always fucking something to keep you basically from having serenity and having any kind of, spiritual life. Hashtag no drama. And then you have influencers that are obviously in love with their own story, and they're marketing bitches, it's advertisement. So usually women, they're sexualizing themselves for advertisement. And they're so in love with their stories, and it's mostly fake followers anyways. people that don't even live in the country that have fucking nothing that are staring at the phone going, "Oh." It's pretty, I mean, being an influencer, that's like the opposite of being a pious Christian. And I'm just going to say it, man, that Artemis footage I saw on Facebook, it wasn't from NASA, it was from like the Artemis account. That shit looked fake as fuck. I mean, CGI, it couldn't even possibly look any more fake. But you want to believe that we sent a ship up there. It's the psychological effect it has on people. Oh wow, yeah, I'm paying extra $100 a week on gas, but we went to the moon. I don't know. It's seems all tied in together. That's why I try. I don't watch mainstream news. I don't think anybody watches mainstream news anymore. When mainstream news channels post content on Instagram, it gets like 5 likes. So nobody really fucks with mainstream news. People are usually watching independent content creators because it's unfiltered news and it doesn't have that narrative. I saw this Instagram reel where they're covering some sort of drama, something that happened. I think it was COVID. Yeah, so they showed like 50 different news stations around the country saying the exact thing, the exact same format, the same narrative. And you're like, that's funny because it's all these different cities, different parts of the country, and they're saying the same amount of people died. And it was the same story, word from word. And they even lined it up, showed 50 newscasters. So it's a narrative, man. We're being herded. The people are like cattle to these people that are creating this narrative. First they etched out Christianity, evolution. When you dupe people into believing in evolution, then there's no creator, then there's no God consciousness. They're trying to dismantle all the religions around the world, and they want the government to be the religion. But the government, you have a bunch of idiots working for the government. I mean, they're just a bunch of stupid people that have a God complex and ownership mentality. She's so fucking cute. Oh my god. Yeah. She's playing with her food. She's pretending it's like a live animal. She's been playing harder and harder, and when I play fetch with her, she runs like she's just aggressive. She's like a lion. She's a lot more aggressive. What did mommy give you? Lamb or something? That looks good. Yeah, she's pretending she's like hunting the food and then she eats it. It's adorable. I guess kind of like how people say, we're pretending to go to the moon. It's fun. That's what I'm saying. You want to be a fan of speculative science. I think most people are fans, but then there's, that 15% that actually think, we actually went to the moon. That was me. I was part of that, like, that small, dumb percent that was like, fuck, we went there for sure, I excelled in space class. I did. That was one of the classes I always got, straight A's in. How far is Jupiter from the sun? I knew the exact fucking, multiple choice. It would give you 4 different distances. I would get it right. Okay, so my EP, there's a lot of lights on. Electricity bill is going to be brutal. Space class. Whew. Yeah, I'm about sick of Instagram and YouTube. I'm just saying that straight up. I don't like. I'm sick of seeing it too. I've said this on lives before. I'm really sick of, and it doesn't matter if someone has a lot of followers or, like these redheaded sisters I follow, their content's really good. But they don't have a lot of followers, they might have like 80 or 90 likes on their post. But I'm sick of seeing it all. Okay. And it's not just the influencers. I'm sick of seeing everybody's fucking shit. I'm sick of seeing everybody's content. Social, it's unsolicited advice, solicitation, social media. And I've said this before, was back in the day, it was, you went to Universal Studios and you took a fucking picture. And I went to Universal Studios with my family today, and that was it. Every now and then maybe like 3 pictures. Now it's people explaining, chapter Luke out of the Bible, just this whole fucking thing. I went fucking, skydiving, and then I went fucking kayaking, and then I went to Europe, and I put on a Middle Eastern clothing item, and then played in a drum circle, and then fucking found out how to align my chakras, and then realized that it's just this whole fucking thing. And I don't know if I'm getting older, but I'm just fucking sick of fucking seeing it. I rented a van and drove around the fucking country. This is my incredible content. And I have like my faithful 10 orbiters that comment on every single video, and they comment so perfectly with the perfect amount of emojis, and everything is so balanced on my social platform life. I'm just I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of, not only am I tired of posting and doing content, I'm tired of seeing everybody else's shit. I'm thinking social media needs to be, destroyed somehow. I'm pretty sure social media should be, all the platforms should be deactivated, and they should start a super platform where everybody has to be verified. There can't be any, phone farms with, creating 57 million accounts, and they're busting these phone farms all the time. No wonder these influencers are like, damn, I had 8 million followers, now I have 6.2. Yeah, they just fucking busted a fucking phone farm with, 900 million fake accounts, and one of those millions was your dumbass, because you're a bitch and you're going along with the narrative, and you have nothing spiritual to say. You're full of that hype, that fucking secular new age hype that they like to put on social platforms, because it makes people want to buy, makes people feel like they're content buying things and believing in the bullshit. Those are the people that they give these, I had someone that worked for the Jewish intelligence that I did Hebrew folk dancing with, at a Masonic lodge, and she was literally like 62 years old, and she looked like she was fucking 31. I'm not kidding. She had red hair. She must have been a descendant of King David. But anyways, her husband fucking is high up in YouTube. Or works with YouTube. I don't know if he works at YouTube, or I think he was an independent contractor. But anyways, he sold subscribers to people. That's what they do. Oh, that's funny. You work for the Israeli Secret Service in Israel, and your husband is in charge of selling fake subscribers to people. Or they were real subs, like real people. They're like, we could give you 3 million subs right now. We could overnight 3 million subs. And I'm like, I don't want your fucking, I didn't say it like that. I was like, no, no, thank you. I don't want to be involved in this fucking fake sub Israel narrative, Zionist, satanic shit. Sorry, but I'll dance with you. You know, I will Greek dance with you. You know, we will hold hands and dance in a circle and go in and out. Opa, and we will. I'm down for that. I'm down to Greek Hebrew dance, but I'm not getting involved in this fucking mind control shit on fucking YouTube and Instagram. Not doing it. You know, I'm just gonna quietly record music in the middle of nowhere. Dude, I'm slowing down. I'm almost 41 and I literally have no desire to exercise at all. I did so much Thai kickboxing in my 20s. I don't know if it's low testosterone or what, but I have zero. It's 12 o'clock, you know, I slept until 10 and it's 12 o'clock. I made a breakfast and I'm about feeling like I'm going to like go down again and watch TV and go back to sleep. I mean, I'm, you know, drinking my coffee. I mean, I should be going for a jog. I'm just trying to think, did I take a shower? No, I didn't take a shower yet, so I can technically go for a jog. I'm gonna go for a jog. I will go for a little jog. It's nice out. It's perfect weather out in North Arizona. I went in the backyard today and there's butterflies like flying around all the weeds that are overgrown, and it's like the air is the perfect amount of warmth, and it's like the sun is just right. So the weather's good. The weather's good for jogging. What's up? Notification. Yeah, the weather's incredible. Yeah, I finished, one of the songs on my EP yesterday, and I have to. It sounds like The Damned meets The Cars, and I'm gonna listen to it for a few weeks because I feel like I'm gonna adjust. Like the song I'm talking about is 4 minutes and 22 seconds. So kind of a long song because it's rock pop song. And the first minute and a half is just really good. And then gets kind of like wild good. And then it gets kind of busy sounding. And then it has this really like long kind of sloppy blues solo. And then it goes into another part where it's like another sloppy blues solo, and then it just ends. So the song just starts out really great, and then it gets just fucking crazy sounding, and then it just kind of goes over there for like 2 minutes with just like the solo. I mean, I like it. I'm just trying to like think from a marketing standpoint. It could literally be a 2-minute song, and it's a 4-minute song. Yeah, I think what it is, I'm almost 41 and I did all my Taekwondo, I got a black belt. I traveled around the world. I was going to talk about London. Yeah, earlier this live, I said something about London. I was going to start talking about, I've been to London. I'm ready to do some traveling, but not, when I was younger and I was traveling, I was going to bars, I'd sit at a bar and order Dos Equis and talk to people and order, vodka tonics and sit around and, talk to people and socialize. But now I want to go to other countries and travel so I could, go to a museum for an hour and then go back to my room and fucking eat and sleep. It's a different type of traveling. It's basically traveling without alcohol and just a lot more, sleeping. Serenity has value when you get older. You just don't want any of that drama or that hype, or any narrative. You basically don't want to be bothered. In your 20s and 30s, you're trying to, in your 20s and 30s, shut the fuck up. Fucking beeping at me. Fridge? What the fuck? What is that? Fridge does that every now and then. So I have something to fucking say. You're interrupting me. I need a new fridge. I could actually get a bigger fridge in there. In your 20s and 30s, you're always trying to, have experiences and reach for things, like try to, prove a point or correct things or get a lot of money or have some great experience or be looked at as somebody that's successful or whatever, and then you pass the hump, like around like 38, all of a sudden you start feeling like more tired, you're slowing down. And then once you pass 38 and you're almost 41, and once you cross that line and you're over 40, you just want to be fucking left alone. That's it. You just don't want to fucking be bothered. You're like, fuck, I don't give a fuck if everybody out there fucking kills themselves and believes in all this shit that's not real, and fucking you all want to fucking, do fucking whatever all day long, like you're like, go for it. I just want to be fucking left alone, and I want to eat really good food and sleep all the time. And every now and then travel and go to some fucking museum or something for like an hour and then go sleep for a week. It changes. It changes. You don't think it does, but it does. It will change. I have this thing, whatever this thing is. This little fucking stuffed animal that breathes and moves around. This is basically my entire life. It's just taking care of Ginger. We're going to go for a WALK later. She's so sweet. She really is like a sweet soul. Like she's very like polite and sweet, but at the same time she's a lush where she'll eat nonstop. She likes to play, but she's very prudent. She's a very smart girl. Yes, very smart girl. So I think I'm going to finish. I got one more song to record. It's gonna be 6 songs, and 2 of the 6 songs are 100% done, and then the other 3 songs are 95% done, and I just need to do 20 minutes of stuff on each song. So basically 5 of the 6 songs are completely done on my EP, and one of the songs I haven't even started yet. So I'm really, I'm 85% completely finished with recording my EP. So I feel really good about that. I feel like the job is done, basically. I just have to do some stuff. And then the 6th song, I already have like a game plan of how I'm going to record it. And it's such a good song that I don't need a lot of guitar layers. I don't need a lot of bass. I don't need a lot of vocal layers. It's going to be pretty straightforward. 1 drum track, bass, guitar, vocals. Not like the song I just recorded that I just told you about. That's 4 minutes and 22 seconds. There is so much going on in that song. There's so many guitar layers and tracks and vocals. It's much. Gingy. You're such a little charmer. You're such a little charmer. You're trying to charm me. Yes, you are. Got little pretty eyes. She's a little charmer. It's funny how you don't really need anything in life except just food and shelter, and everything else is basically a hype. It's a pitch, you know. It's just to distract you and catch you off guard. And the way they make money is you get involved in so many things that eventually you get behind on a bill, or you you fuck up somehow, and then they try to fucking punish you and tax you more energy and more money from getting too involved in all their fucking bullshit, basically. And this is why, you know, living a lifestyle like a monk it makes sense, especially when you cross that line like I talked about. Once you pass 38 years old, because at like 34, 35, you're still like, all right, let's go fucking here, let's go to this bar, let's go, you know, you got something to prove, you know. But that fucking passes, believe me. And then at about it really, you cross that line at about 38, but you don't know it until you know you're basically 40. Dude, I'm seriously about to like angle my phone and just take a nap. You guys could just watch me sleep for a fucking couple hours. You know, people are doing weird shit like that on YouTube. I was scrolling on YouTube and this fucking bitch, sorry, this female was. That's another thing. You start calling girls bitches once you get old. You know, it's weird. All of a sudden, they're all fucking bitches. Yeah, but this chick, she's whispering. That was her content. She it's actually kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. She had this like furry ball thing, and she's rubbing this furry ball and was whispering. And I was like, oh, actually, that is kind of relaxing. And I'm watching it for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then whatever, I go do like 10 other things. Whatever, do the dishes. I just go do stuff for like 4 hours, like, and then I get back on YouTube, and she's still fucking. I'm like, fuck, fucking trippy ass shit. Who the fuck is blowing my phone up? Getting one text after. What is this? Playables? Choose a game to stream with? Oh no. Okay. Let's see how this compares to mini clip pool. Let's just play computer right now. This is what my stepmom does. She's Filipino, and she plays video games live on YouTube for like 5 hours a day and has all her Filipino friends watching. Okay. Oh, can I not have my phone sideways? Oh. Definitely different than mini clip. Just how that hit. It's like. Playing a computer. Why am I playing a fucking computer? I'm gonna play. I want to play a real person so I could start talking shit. I come from that gaming generation where we would have headphones on and just basically talk mad shit. The fuck? What am I? Is it open still? Oh, I'm my Stripe. I guess I'm Stripes. I don't even have a shot. I don't even know. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know what. I'm just gonna hit this shit all over the place. And I can't see part. Oh, there we go. I can move that around. Okay, so what? That was a stripe that went in. Yeah, this is like really boring playing a computer. But do it anyways. And scratch, almost scratch. Yeah. I bet you anything I could beat anybody at pool. At mini clip pool. Why do I feel like it's just open table? I could just. It's a pretty boring game. I should have played one of those anime games. No, I have no shot. Is it? Am I just playing my? I am, huh? I think I'm just playing myself. So I could just hit anything I want. Oops. Yeah. Yes, I'm sure I want to. So many little companies out there that create games and stuff. Ginger. She's so cute. Like playing with brother. Okay. This game looks fucking retarded. I wide. I don't even know how to move my fucking guy. Yeah, this game's. I give up already. This is stupid.